A Cebu-based company is promoting eco-friendly products, and this firm is the first B Corp certified manufacturer in the Philippines. Nature's Legacy has developed sustainable innovations used for construction, home decor, souvenirs, and other architectural needs. These include Nature's Cast, which is made of rescued agroforest debris, and New Cast, made of re-engineered recycled paper composite. Nature's Legacy earned the distinction in 2019 as the first B Corporation certified manufacturing company in the country. In 2024, it reached an overall score of 98.8, well above the median score of 50.9 for ordinary businesses. Here, we feature companies with earth-friendly initiatives, one story at a time. Welcome to Sustainability. Let's get to know more about Nature's Legacy with its president and co-founder, Pete Delantar. Good evening, Pete. Pete, welcome to The Big Story.
Yeah, good evening, Ces, and good evening to our listener. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us despite, being hit by a massive disaster there in Cebu. Tell us how exporters like you are affected, because I understand that the area where all the plants are was really severely hit.
Yeah, first of all, Ces, I would like to emphasize that the northern part of Cebu, from the city up north, is Mandaue, Consolacion, Liloan, and Compostela, and then Danao City. That's where most of the manufacturers are. And severely hit actually were the residential area because they are staying towards the mountainside where these subdivisions are also along the rivers. But manufacturers also are also staying in the industrial area, which the river also reached down there. So eventually, when the flood came, the waters also went into the industrial area. But fortunately, there was a lot less people because it's an industrial area. But nevertheless, the disruption for operation, like power shortage and lack of internet access, has prompted operation to a halt. And this is the time of the year where we are very busy exporting products to different parts of the world to meet the deadlines for spring requirement.
Okay. So this means that many of the exporters will be reducing the forecast for the year of earnings.
Probably there will be, like us, we have to stop operation because there's no electricity. We're supposed to use our generator, but we were flooded as well. So our generator has to be rebooted and have to be checked thoroughly so that it will be compliant to, ready to be operational. Otherwise, we'll have a lot of problem also with our machines. And the workers are still busy recovering. There are people that work for us that lost 13 members of their families. And the flood came so rushed that they don't have time to get up and seek for higher levels. Yeah. They were just swept, no time to catch with their families. So it's really, it's a really very challenging time for us.
We're so sorry to hear that, but let's go into what you're doing and how this is good for the environment and how, you use materials that would otherwise be thrown away, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Explain to us exactly what materials
thank you.
these are.
So I have to go back a little bit backwards because in 2003, when green manufacturing was not yet the norm, we decided to focus on what is available within a 50-kilometer radius of where we are situated. And why is that? Because the first reason is that there is low carbon footprints, and the resources that surrounds us are best produced in an area where it's close because you eliminate a lot of logistics and a lot of cost in
Transporting.
transporting and a lot of also mishandling of materials. So we focus on that premise of sourcing materials within the 50-kilometer area. Now, on the first thing that we selected was we were cleaning our factory back in 2003. And normally in a factory where we are situated, we are surrounded by greens and a lot of, not trees because there's no more forest here in Cebu, but a lot of shrubs. And these shrubs, goes to the factory. And if you don't clean them, they are threat to bushfire. So basically what we did was clean the factory every summer, where it's the driest time. And by a spark of lightning or a eureka moment, we said, no, these are supposed to be resources and we should not burn them, which is a typical way of, discarding agro-waste and materials from natural source. So what we did was to study more and redevelop and analyze what these materials should be put in good use. So we discover nature's gas. Nature's gas is the material innovation that have brought us to develop many products, not just for decoration, but also for building materials, as well as for packaging, for luxury items that we sell in 20 countries all over the world.
What is this? Mga dahon-dahon, mga twigs, ganyan.
What is
Yeah, it's-
agroforest debris?
Yeah.
Twigs?
Yeah, twigs, shrubs, and leaves. Agroforest debris, agriculture debris that are not useful because the soil in the location where we are is limestone, and plants don't grow big in that scenario because the topsoil is very thin. So they die naturally for a certain time, and they become hazardous because there's a lot of dry material that somebody would just throw a cigarette. It would probably trigger some ember and smoke. So we gather them. We organize a community to gather and select the ones that are useful, specifically 3 kinds of debris. We don't cut trees. We don't use trees. We only gather the fallen twigs.
What's on the soil? What's already on the soil?
Yeah, what's already on the soil.
Fallen? What's
Correct.
fallen? So, practically libre. Libre.
Practically libre is given by the Almighty, but but the processing is the one that making it also cost because there's a lot of different steps before you arrive to making it very useful.
Okay, what naman is new cast? Ito ba yung mga
New
made
cast.
from the cartons?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Tell us about-
No cast is the result of the many excess materials we have in our packaging because we make our own cartons. The motivation to make our own cartons or boxes is that when you buy from a box manufacturer, there are high minimums of 1,000, 2,000 per size. But if you have your own equipment to process a box, you're able to produce 30 pieces, 20 pieces, and any time of the day, you can shift your production at your own pace.
Yeah.
So we use the scraps and process it to make it into a new material called new cast.
Which can look like marble, like, right? I've been to your plant.
Yes. They are very flexible in mimicking texture like leather, wood, bark, and they can even make marbleized effect. So it's just a mixture of science and skill. You have to put your heart and mind into the production of the product.
Pete, are these composites all made out of sustainable materials? Obviously, the base material, which is the debris, that's definitely eco-friendly. But what else do you put into the composite without giving away your patents that makes it truly sustainable?
Yeah. First of all, there's a lot of science because my partner, my co-founder, my wife is a science graduate, and she does all those concoction. But we use no VOC binder, as we call it, and we combine it with some natural material. Those binders have passed through different tests for VOC, biodegradability. They're tested in Europe and in the US because you cannot claim sustainability and biodegradability if you don't have certification and tests to support your claim. You will be greenwashing. So it's really a long process since we started this in 2003, and we have been criticized so many times because people say that we are getting the food of the forest. And I said, no, we're not getting the food of the forest. We're taking away the risk of bushfire. And we're not getting everything. We're only getting what we need. So we launched it, and then the rest was history. People were saying, oh, make me this. Try to make a wall panel. Try to make a hanging lamp.
Where's your biggest market? Is it Japan? Europe? Ano yung pinakamalaking?
Yeah, we used to have the huge market in the US, but we now diversified to a lot of different countries. Japan is one. We have Europe, Netherlands, Germany, and Italy, and the US, Australia. So these are a very selective market because they asked you so many questions. They asked you to provide so many documents before they even start issuing your purchase order. Even our banks, they audit us before they issue us a credit line that we are compliant.
Yeah. Is this what compelled you to get a B certification?
Not only that, not only being sustainable, but also what is our value as a company? You know, because our values for company is aligned with the B Corporation certification. You know, it's not only about business, it's not only about profit, but also for the products, communities, and even the customers that we serve. They are, when you go to a certification process of the B Corp, which is being processed by B Lab, they asked who is your customers. They check your customers. Is your customers also aligned with what you do and align with what B Corp represents?
Pete, just one question from me. As one of the very few sustainable manufacturers in the Philippines, how do you think other businesses can follow your lead and truly adopt sustainable practices?
Yeah, you have to be ready. When you go to select the path that you want to be sustainable, you have to be ready on the challenges that lies ahead. You know, there will be challenges on supplies. There will be challenges on people who are not transparent on what they serve you. Like, for example, they serve you a material and they say it's made from this composite, whatever, and then we found out it's not. It will be a backlash on our market as well. So we have to tell the people or who wants to be into the sustainable business to take one step at a time. You don't go straight there. We started in 2003, and you notice we got our B Corp in 2019. We became C2C certified in 2017 or 2000. It takes a while. You know, there are so many steps that even your financial statements are being checked. The taxes, are you cleared? Are you paying right your employees and other benefits?
Pete,
so it's a long process.
yeah, I took a picture of your facade. It looked really beautiful. Yun pala, gawa lang yun sa
Nature's Cast.
Yeah, Nature's Cast. It was so beautiful. But how can, you know, the practice that Nature's Legacy is doing on being sustainable, how does it help prevent or how did CP David term it? Kasi manage flooding, for instance. How did your adherence to these principles help somehow protect the environment you are in? Meron ba? May impact ba? Nakikita mo? Is it felt by your employees, for instance, by the neighborhood, by the community?
Definitely, because our practices extend to our community. You know, it's not only that you say because you plant trees, you save the flooding, but also how you manage the community and the resources around you. You know, by managing resources, you don't just abuse the use of it, but you take note on where is the right time to harvest, when is the best time to gather and process them. Not just you go there and just pick it up. No, there should be some sort of a understanding nature cycle.
Kaso
You have to
binaha
also
naman
understand.
kayo eh. Binaha kayo.
Yeah, binaha rin kami because the rain was it's too much that the soil cannot absorb it, and the drainage system in our community was very old. I think from 1997. So it needs to be deepened or
Widened or...
widen.
Yeah.
Kailangan kami rin, we have to even adjust our drainage system because it's just too much rain. They say that it was like 1 month worth of rain that poured in how many hours. Grabe talaga yan.
So anong tulong ang gagawin ng, well, of course you need help also to resume your operations, but how can you help the community, lastly, Pete, in addressing this calamity and its impact?
Yeah, I think the first thing that we can advise is to minimize your waste because waste also clogs the rivers and the canals.
Zero waste na ba kayo? Zero
Yeah,
waste.
we are zero waste. Remember our nature's cast, the big items, the materials excess from the big items goes to our fashion. If you remember, we have Floria.
I wanted to wear sana, I forgot. Tomorrow. But anyway, Pete, we've gone over time. We thank you so
No,
much
thank
for
you.
your time sharing your principles and what you're doing. I hope it inspires others. So that was Pete
Yes.
Delantar of Nature's Legacy in Cebu.